Although parenting can be such a joy, it is true also that it is a job not for the faint-hearted. Are you struggling with one of your children, or has an issue come up to challenge you as parents? It often happens. Most parents will tell you that it does occur from time to time. So we're here to talk about how to fix 5 common rifts that divide parents. You see, parenting raises big questions for couples, such as how to parent and what outcomes do you actually want for your children. What is the meaning of parenting to you? And is the answer to that question the same for your child's other parent? Probably not, since you learned how to parent from being parented in different households and by different parents. Most of us learn about parenting before we are 7 years of age. These questions are seldom asked in our community, and yet they can lie dormant in the minds of busy parents, only to arise when the family face some sort of crisis, because it is often under stress that parents ask, what went wrong? And how did we get to this? Have you noticed that in times of real stress, parents ask, why did this happen? When the answer is not clear, often one parent questions the other parent's parenting skills or beliefs, especially if they are different from their own. This can be devastating to a couple because when a family is having problems concerning their kids, the last thing they need is a rift between parents. So let's look at these 5 common rifts and how they occur. Firstly, parents have completely different parenting styles. This is the first rift. And so they engage in what's called parallel parenting. They do this either consciously, because it has become easier to do that, or subconsciously without even being aware that they do it. And this is very confusing to the children and ultimately confusing to the parents also. The second type of parenting rift is when parents argue with each other. Their different parenting styles mean they handle the kids differently and they compete with each other. Mum says one thing and dad says another. Everyone's confused, and often both mum and dad are frustrated. The third style of rift is where one parent blames the other when a child's behavior or a family problem occurs. They attribute parenting problems to the differences in their parenting style, and typically you can hear them saying things like, "It's because you handled it that way." Fourthly, because of inherent differences in parenting beliefs or values, one parent abdicates, leaving the other to deal with the real issues they find in the too hard basket. But that generally leaves both parents feeling unsupported. And lastly, due to lack of an organized support system and inconsistent parenting strategies, kids can split parents also. They come between parents. They say, Mum says this and Dad says that, and the lifestyle becomes one in which Mum versus Dad. It's Mum's way or it's Dad's way. This is normal, and it does happen to a certain extent in most families. However, this pattern is destructive when it becomes standard over time. So without even realizing it, parents can create gradual rifts over time when they unconsciously undermine or sabotage the parenting efforts of the other parent. These rifts can be insignificant and children can cope with them. However, they can also be as dramatic and as wide as the Grand Canyon, and when that happens, parenting issues become the root cause of cracks in family foundation, and any childhood behaviors that occur can be merely symptoms of the parental disagreement and parental lack of cohesion. When two parents say opposite things to kids, the effect is they can cancel each other out and children take neither parent seriously. The overall effectiveness of parenting then becomes diluted. The solution is in getting on the same page, in parenting by creating a parenting framework with the child's other parent. This comes out of a great deal of discussion. And it's one of the best things you can do for your child, your relationship, and your family. Because a parenting framework defines family values. It helps people to be more clear and aware. It gives both parents the responsibility of co-parenting their children, and it provides them with an agreed way forward to do this. Secondly, it helps a mother and a father become partners in parenting, which means they know how to support each other. Children are confused less, and so are parents, and that is because generally the parents set clear boundaries so that the children feel secure, they feel safe and loved, and this means that they're more likely to grow into responsible and resilient young people. Thirdly, parents work respectively together when they can understand each other and they know each other's perspectives, which creates a closeness, an emotional bond between the parents that replaces competitive idiosyncrasies and blame. So that means the adult relationship grows, and jokingly I say, it lasts longer than raising the children. So on a practical level, here are some things you can begin to do to consolidate a parenting framework at your place. Initially, discuss your experiences of being parented. Spend some time talking to each other about how this experience felt for you. What are your memories? What did you hear? What did you feel? What did you see as a child? Learn to understand the basis and the foundation on what you're making parenting decisions now. Then you can decide what you want for your family, and you can decide what you don't want. When you have that, you can begin to agree on at least 30% of how to move forward to parent your own children together, and then you can take action on that 30% over time. Research tells us this is enough to give you a united front. So you will still have some differences, but you will no longer have a rift that undermines your parenting process. Then you can develop a list of all your beliefs and your top 5 parenting values. This allows you to write some sort of a family mission statement, and you can use this when you need to make decisions or choices, or even when you want to set up things like a family meeting or new routines and rituals for your family. It often becomes the basis of family rules. I mean, in reality, you don't have to keep it on the fridge forever, but just start a list in writing at first, because writing it down helps you to clarify your thoughts and will make your values very clear to you. So then again, you can unpack your parenting styles. Discover how each of you manages and deals and teaches children. Research tells us that there are significant differences in parenting styles. So for example, if you are very authoritarian, your partner is a very passive and permissive style of parenting, there's likely to be clashes. So work out a consistent parenting style that you can use for your family, and then you can accommodate your family's needs so that you can be happier. When you've done all of these things, you'll have some stuff written down on paper, you'll have some ideas in your head, and you will have a cohesion in your heart that helps you to move forward as parents and build systems, routines that really do support your family and help you to get the results that you want. So there you have it, how to solve the problem of 5 common rifts between parents. I'm Rosie Bell, and I'm from Parent Mindworks program. If this is something that you'd like to talk about more, if you'd like to book a strategy call for just 30 minutes to talk about some of the parenting issues at your place, or more specifically, your parenting style or your parenting partnership, just give me a call on the number down here, 04179399.